SK Telecom T1.
Sivir.
Okay, gonna be locked in.
Yep,
All right.
It is now locked in.
I was looking at it, I'm thinking, like, what is a good option into the Draven? And it just doesn't feel like...
Around the time that Canyon would look to try to go bot lane, so they don't have to worry about too much. This is a beautiful pressure game.
Yeah, speaking of looking for things, Noguri not going to get pulled back with the Infernal Chains, but down to 200 health, trying to slink around, but cleared in a great position. And there's no more Shroud to stop Noguri from finding anything more, and that's going to be first blood to SKT.
Oh, this is a really unfortunate timing. She just used Shroud.
Yeah, now Khan is down at half health, doesn't have World Ender just yet. Noguri can potentially get something here, but they just wait out the Shroud once again, and Noguri's just getting picked on. Another kill going over to Cleared. Very much opportunity to push that far forward, but was up there, could have been a mistake. Level 6 is here for Khan, will have the World Ender if he wants it, but Canyon's going to get pulled back, and he actually doesn't even need to use the ult. More trades working out in favor of SKT on the bottom side as Noguri's going to dive forward. Khan does have to use the ultimate. Second charge comes in. Noguri's got the ignite. Khan flashes.
Which is going to help him quite a lot on the Lee Sin for moving around the map.
Yeah, also getting Faker in position for Heroes entrances as well. So.
Black Shield available.
A little bit of a visual bug there, but in goes Canyon. Teddy going to take the first bout of damage, but Clid's going to get the kick. Canyon has to get out, but the flash to follow. And Clid pops out the heal, and Clid does the majority of the work. But now it doesn't have a flash available as Noguri. Khan just going to umbrally dash over the wall, and Noguri actually going in for more. Khan doesn't have World Ender, and he's just going to go down. One again, though, is Noguri not going to get infernally chained. But Shroud is down once again. Good knock up here from Khan as Clid makes his way forward. Lands the Q. That's what that extra range is going to do for you. And Khan picks up his first. Probably not going to deter them here as Khan still has the ultimate available. They're actually just going to go for the dive now. Pulled back with the Infernal Chains, but Noguri just picks up that massive bounty. And SKT paddle starred to death. SKT, though, not going to be too worried about it as Canyon's going to make this a 50-50. Taunt lands onto only one. Hook's going to be there as well, but they get rid of the bug first. Hoyt just going to get smashed by Khan, whose World Ender is going to keep him back alive. Can Damwon actually find anything? And the answer is probably no, as Faker has the Hero's entrance to exit the fight. Showmaker now still wanting to find more. Just as Punch.
Never going to be in the driver's seat to use this against the turrets, and it's very unlikely to imagine.
Almost stolen there as well as Cleared. Not going to make it out of there. Nuclear is going to pick that one up, and I just don't...
Faker, meanwhile.
Yeah, Cleared
getting
going
that
for
turret.
some sort of flank, but like you say, Faker's on the bottom side. He's going to be able to pick up that first turret. Not as important as it used to be, but still.
The Rift Herald is going to be able to bounce back and get that mid lane turret because Showmaker did quite a lot of damage to Faker.
7 health.
Faker's turret, and yeah, 7 health. That feels really unfortunate. Nuclear just going to walk back in there and auto-attack it.
2 is going to hit, but it is likely that we'll get it. One of the first regions to get new patches in the past, and I think that is going to continue as well.
Going to get it.
This could double charge as well, Shelly.
Yeah.
Not going to be all that useful in taking down SKT. Now looking for the dive. Canyon not going to get tagged up by that Q as Clid comes on over with the safeguard, and they will lose this turret. But Damwon just going to run it all the way back, and the pendulum swung, and that's an inner turret going down in favor of them. Clid considering going for a kick, but another black shield stops that one from coming in.
Okay.
Nuclear with a brilliant spell shield, but now Khan gets into the back line. Soul Shackles not even going to arm because Hoyt's just straight up dead. Hero's entrance trying to find a knockup, doesn't get any joy as Damwon so far just losing one.
But SKT, off of this fight, everyone was just missing skill shots, left, right, and center.
Yeah.
But SK Telecom comes out ahead, able to finally bring down
things to start ever because it's going to do relevant damage to anyone who tries to tank it. They're going to have to sacrifice basically all of Canyon's health in order to get that.
It was a good sense for Noguri not to commit too hard, even with Canyon in the back.
Oh,
but
okay. That's it's just a kick to the face, and Noguri just was not ready for it. This tower is going to go down. SKT, this might be the opening that they needed, because now someone needs to answer. Number that is very, very scary. Only Griffin seems to be able to come back from leads of that magnitude, as Noguri continuing to try and fight against Khan, but that is not what you want to be doing. Shroud on cooldown, and we know what that means. Clid coming on over, trying to find more, as there's the flash through from Khan. World Ender is going to get procced as Damwon Gaming have now found SKT. Can Khan actually get anything more, though, as Faker, the shortest Hero's entrance that I've ever seen, but that is going to keep the Guardian Angel active. on this Aatrox, and that is just the kill onto Noguri once again.
And it looks like now they are pathing towards the mid lane. Wonder if they're going to try to go for the Baron
there's the
now.
flash onto Nuclear. Can he actually get enough damage in though? And the answer is yes. It's the solo kill from Faker as the Lantern not going to be taken. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Not sure if that's entirely worth it. As in goes Showmaker once again. Teddy, you can see, just really wants to cash in those stacks, man. Any auto attack he can find, he's going for.
He is begging for a kill right now on this Draven. And right now, they're just going to get mid-tier 2.
I don't know what would be sadder. SKT winning this game without...
Really big for SK Telecom. They're going to pick up an Ocean. And this will mean...
So I guess I'm to be blamed as much as Teddy is, who's walking into 4 people right now, but thankfully has some extra movement speed. Canyon going to at least get the Lantern out of Mata, but Khan looking for this flanking play, diving into the middle of 4 members, and Damwon are running for the hills. Good kickback there from Cletus. No! Doesn't get the cash in. Oh man, it was so damn close as Khan is going to steal it away. Noguri now in amongst the team, has to use the ult defensively as there's the hook. But Showmaker able to get out of it immediately, and SKT don't find any more other than Nuclear.
They're looking to convert this into a mid-inhibitor capture, and this would make it a lot easier for them to start getting the Baron and then just going for the Doom push. Although, with that minion wave down in bottom, you can see Khan rotating to it immediately. Mata says, Teddy, come over here.
Yep.
They're looking to get 2.
Get in amongst it. They'll grab 2 inhibitor turrets. Not sure whether they'll get 2 inhibitors, but Khan says yes as he dives forward and gets the knock up. That is base obliterated by SKT, looking way cleaner to waste here from the Akali. As Hoyt now in trouble. Oh, is he? No, he's not. Where is the Adams?
It does look like now at this point they are just going for the final inhibitor. We'll see if they can end up securing it.
Showmaker's really got to actually start landing some of these skills because, yes, he's trying to deal with the minion waves, but seems like SKT just straight up doesn't care about it. So much damage with these spinning axes. Just 2 of them, and Showmaker has to go back to the fountain, and now the base is in complete shambles. Only 2 more turrets remain. It's almost like SKT just need to escort those super creeps into the base, and the game will just win itself. Khan takes down this Ocean Drake. Could go for something like a Phantom Dancer, just to be a little bit more bruisery. Well, and the Baron just taken down very, very easily. See, the axes do really hurt to land onto him, but no joy. The rest of the team able to gather around the Teddy. Now Nexus turrets starting to go down. Damwon, do they have another fight in them? Are we going to see that big number from Teddy as he's looking for it? 1 auto would have got there onto Nuclear, but he does make it onto the fountain as now Teddy just still looking for these auto attacks, looking for more. It is Khan that picks up another one though, as now the Nexus is under fire. Finally, he picks it up, immediately makes it a double now. Didn't see the number, but thankfully he's not going to play, and Corky going to be locked in.
So Corky is likely going to be in the middle lane and
lanes, but just wanting to win more as Clid turns up top side. Noguri does have that ult available, but Khan, you can see, trying to stand in front of him. The Lumberjack just going to waddle underneath this turret, but there's the flash. Zombie Scion going to be positioned away of Faker's package that he just delivered to it. Canyon though, there's the Paranoia, wants to get the steal, doesn't. Kick back onto Canyon, but that's a beautiful quickness combo from Hoyt as he dives his way forward. The first kill does go down onto Clid, but Damwon special delivery. See you later, Mata.
Oh, and they're just going to ignore the turret and say, Teddy, can you please come with me?
Yeah, thankfully they were tanking with the right person as Teddy tries to get his way out, but he can't. It's the death squad. Do you remember the Constazonias?
No.
It's like that, but worse. As here we've got a fight on the bottom side of the map. Hoyt once again, the quickness perfectly positioned as Mato's trying to get the Devour in the right spot as Teddy just throws his ultimate in the wrong direction.
Kind of far.
He should be able to get out of here, but nope. Nuclear just going to get it. Double kill comes through for the Kaiser, and this has gone from bad to plates. It was actually SKT that managed to get our most perfect game that we have seen so far, which is all of the turret plates and not losing any yourself. So they are very, very good at smacking down these turrets. This time, though, they do have to sacrifice, taking some time on the top side. Can't get a turn up. Showmaker is here, but Faker is a very long way away. Clid wants to get... Oh, the kick was perfectly placed, and Faker should be delivered this kill. Very easily picks that one up with that Trinity Force that's complete. The flash over, but the pre-flash comes in, and Hoyt guarantees that kill. Another one going over to Canyon.
Khan as well, he made a donation. And now Tier 2 turret going to be going over to Dom1 Gaming as well, as SKT look to respond with the capture of the mid-Tier 1.
Yeah,
and then after this,
go down.
There's no objectives on the map to fight over. So Dom1 Gaming, they still have to wait on their items on some of their champions. You can see Sion.
Going to know exactly what's going on. Now understands that he cannot move forward, but still going to be in the wrong position. The mini stun of the kick into the wall, and there was no excuse for that one. Showmaker, as he otherwise could have been in an upcoming fight.
And Dragon coming up in 45 seconds as Showmaker
here towards the top side of the map is Khan taking a lot of damage here actually, and Showmaker tries to set up the Realm Warp, gets devoured, so that's not going to work, but does go 1-for-1 before the rest of SKT can arrive.
Faker's not very healthy for this, and he's sitting on a lot of mana, and SKT just lose the Infernal.
Yeah, that's a whoopsie. That is definitely a whoopsie. Paranoia to come in, but it feels a little bit more defensive as Hoyt dives forward. This isn't the quickness that we saw last time, though, as Nuclear does lock down the first kill. Dives on forward, picks up the double now as the Kai'Sa feeling well and truly online at 20 minutes.
With that Mountain Drake, with the Kai'Sa, the Nocturne.
Oh my god, look how much damage this is taking. Faker wants to come on over, but they're just going to obliterate it. Dom1 Gaming move over to
reach the turret number 2, unless they go for this heavy engage right here.
Well, they're looking for it. As the Baroned up minions
can't get this mid turret. They're trying their damnedest to do the Nayram.
Well, Nogri's just going to walk towards them. That's his strategy. The quickness also just tying everyone up. And SKT's health bars are melting at the hands of Dom1 Gaming. Canyon utilizes his GA absolutely beautifully, and this may just be base broken on this.
One more turret here. That one's going to fall extremely quickly.
Yeah, that Rage Blade going to be stacking up. The Showmaker is preparing the top lane in a turret. And now that Baron power play looking much better. 3,500 gold. And that's actually translated. That's okay. These are the ones that these teams want. And Dom1 Gaming going to make it 3. As the next Baron, they're going to look at it and it's going to be dead. It's basically will rip someone apart. Now Hoyt has to use the Battle Dance to get his way out. Grand Entrance, I'm sorry, as Showmaker may be caught out here. Lots of damage availability as he's kicked in amongst the team. Does have the stopwatch, but eventually falls down. Dom1 Gaming can't follow up in time.
LCS ended. I'm not quite sure. Not sure what...
you gotta be careful making fun of people. I mentioned Ingrid as being... Oh, okay, fight's going to break out instead of Showmaker. I've seen this movie before. As now it's looking like it's much better for Dom1 Gaming. GA's in there, but Showmaker's able to fight back as now Khan just throws his life away as well on this top side. Faker has the package, but is it going to be enough here as there's the Realm Warp? Package comes in, but I don't know whether it was a great idea as now Teddy watches on in horror as the man in the mid lane is going to bite the dust, and SKT are well and truly routed. That's a clean ace, and Dom1 Gaming will break open the base.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that this is just going to be the end of the game. They have a cannon minion here, Sion tanking, teleport coming in from Ryze. I hope that he bought a Sork Elixir. And it looks like that we are going into game number 3.
And what happens when these series go to game 3s for SKT? It's been a bad news story for SKT fans every single time. Hoyt on the fountain isn't even going to die, as the Nexus does, and Dom1 Gaming.
So she still does deal her bonus damage to minions. She's still a menace.
Yep, you can still Blade Surge your way around a minion wave and clear it out.
If you're ever looking for a brand that, you know, sells
KFC?
Excellent chicken. What?
KFC.
What did you just say?
Well, here's a fight on the top side of the map. Is Nogri very well and truly out of mana as cleared. Predatoring towards him. Canyon might be here a little bit too late. The flash does come out, but he's definitely going to die. The Pebbles not going to do anything.
Stop this is, oh man.
Yeah, and he takes that Empowered Shock Blast to the face as well. So preparing this Aurelia for death as he's trying to clear out these minions as best he can. Hero's Entrance. He's going to get the knock up, and it's all too easy. Clid grabs the second, and now Canyon just going to try and even things out with a Cloud Drake here on the bottom side, but it's looking like he's struggling, trying to take that one out. Boy, going to come over, going to help him. But Dom1, this is not the start that they wanted after last time dealing with SKT in Game 3's pretty... Khan comes on over with the inside track, is now Nogri. The train's going to come in as Clid's going to get knocked up. Does manage to take down that Rift Herald, And there's the redemption to try and get the work done, but the Vanguard's edge right into the back line. And now Clid's in trouble. Hero's entrance coming down. That's going to stop Nuclear from continuing that killer instinct. And now Marta coming on in. Gets the flash. The Fisher is down. Noguri going to be the first to fall. Showmaker with the Q over the wall, but not able to find any joy as Marta with the Unbreakable is going to tank everything up. And now Hoyt, stunned, not going to be delivered because the cleanse was picked up. Followed up by Canyon earlier on in the game as Clid. There's the Predator. He's looking for it. Redemption to come down. That's going to keep him a little bit more healthy. But that's actually going to be the end of him because Nuclear dives his way forward. No exhaust is going to be enough as the Fisher is traded for the life of Marta, and Damwon Gaming find the team fight they were looking for, and SKT caught scratching their heads around this Dragon Pit.
And I don't know what to say or how this whole situation was just allowed to unfold.
Noguri had about a 20 CS lead earlier in this one as well. About 119 to like 95 or something like that. Khan, despite the fact that he has had...
Tell the kid in elementary school that you'll trade him a Snickers bar for his first edition Charizard.
Yeah.
And he says yes, so...
I know that reference all too well. Actually made me cry as Noguri's going to flash away. Stuns are going to land, and this time SKT will be able to get themselves onto a Drake. The Damwon Gaming actually just straight up don't care about it because it's an Ocean Drake at 22 minutes into the game, and it's not exactly the ones that you really want to be fighting over. The Hydra option, Titanic variety that he could be going for, or could be going for that Sterix a little bit earlier on as Canyon. Very squishy, has to be careful. Another True Shot Barrage just flies off into the ether as Hoyt looking a bit aggressive, but it's Showmaker that dives through first. Good double knock up there from Marta for the disengage as SKT get their second Drake of the game, but now looking for more. Khan diving forward, but Hoyt's got the Devour. The fun is over button has been pressed, and Damwon disengage. Okay, Khan comes in with the accelerated shock blast, but the slowdown does come through. Noguri not going to land that stun, but finally the outer turret falls in the mid lane, and SKT want to make it two. It's a 2-for-1 special here in the mid lane as they do take that one down as well.
I feel like I'm watching the movie Bandersnatch again. I finally found
all aging as this game is basically not doing very much. Bottom lane outer turret falls, but that was about, oh, we've had so much downtime in this game. They'll be like, oh no, we can make it better. Showmaker gonna get attacked here on the top side, and there it is. Canyon gonna jump off early as Marta was blocking it already, and now the team fight's broken out in earnest. But it's really good from SKT so far, actually fighting as a unit now, and Showmaker's whole health bar is gone and can't get anything done. Faker just looking for the taunt, has the flash available as Canyon gets smashed down with the combos from Teddy. Still, Arcane shifting forward, and they bully them out of the way of this inner turret. And SKT, the proactive play finally comes, and it looks good.
Yeah, the SKT is sort of like the two walls that are just closing in on you, and it's the inevitable death.
C3PO.
Yeah.
Help us. But the base is now broken. Top lane inhibitor turret has been destroyed, and Noguri's taking so much poke.
That's when you're on a plane and you think it's going to take off, and then they cancel it.
Yeah.
That's what that was. Fine, locate the Archie.
As long as you've killed enough red dots, then your Archie is powered up to the level where you can just instantly win the game.
So,
hey, also, don't you have to hit people when they're on low health to get them Dark Half Soul Vision? Basically there for SKT, but look at the poke. It's landing. They can actually get these sieges working. These minion waves can't actually be dealt with, and that's the Demolish proc. In goes Damwon once again for this team fight. Can they actually make it work? It looks like the answer is no as Canyon gets torn apart. Noguri in the back line ain't strong enough yet, and it's the Khan double kill to start this one up. Gargoyle Stone Plate ain't as good as having an actual gargoyle on your team, and Showmaker will get taken out as well. Faker, Zombie Scion, not good enough to get rid of him. Now the base is broken, and SKT may just take it all.
Faker has teleport. He's going to be able to TP to a minion here. I think this is probably the end of the game. Teleport to the minion, get Sork Elixir, deal the extra 2 damage to the turret. Hoyt and Nuclear, they're trying to hold on.
He's doing it desperately, but Nuclear can't quite pick up any just yet. Marta's going to be taken down, but the damage is still there. Hoyt so low, and Nuclear finally getting some of this respect. The taunt comes in. See you later, Kai'Sa, and SKT have bucked the trend. They fought back into game number 3 in 2019.
Life comes at you fast, that SKT series.
Yeah, it does.
That just...
Whew.
I was not expecting this ending.
No.
I was getting cozy in the chair. I thought we were in for another 20 minutes, couple of Barons, maybe an Elder.
But some
Game just blew wide
proactive play.
open.
Yeah, some proactive play actually came out of this SKT squad, and they team fought actually beautifully with a composition that was more good at standing around and getting the poke in there. The Scion engages from Showmaker looked like at certain points things could have tipped over, but the Kai'Sa potential just never really came out. We never saw the nuclear show in the end game, and that is why it's SKT that are now taking the bow.
Yeah, that was very anticlimactic. The whole part of this was waiting for Kai'Sa and Aurelia to get their items, and then once they did, before Aurelia had a chance to recall, Scion tried to engage.
Yep.
That fight didn't accomplish anything.